made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons. You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Guess it's all clear now. I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. Take a look. See you.
Anybody there? I was sure I heard something. Huh?
Someone there? Over here.
I will take... Finally, reinforcements have arrived. I was expecting more, though. It better be good. Good. The place is crawling with bandits. We lost some good men trying to take it earlier. I suspect Brurid planned this. There's been bad blood between us since the king's death. But to invade my home, kidnap my family... The front gate is locked, so you'll need to use the mine entrance behind us. Open the front gate. We'll try and give you some support. My family is everything to me. Clear the fort, and on top of the posted reward, you can have whatever items you'd like. I wish we could offer more help, but our last attack went sour. And we're all that is left. Good luck. Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter? All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters
Head
or
inside
something
when
in the
you're
old
ready.
fort near Riften. I had another run-in with the Thieves Guild.
I don't know you.
Careful.
You and Riften looking for
Thieves
trouble?
Guild has Maven Blackbriar at her back. One snap of her fingers. And
Yeah?
you'll end up
Well, I
in
got news
jail.
for you. There's nothing to see here.
They represent
Last thing the
Eastern
Blackbriars
Empire.
need is
They
some
can't just
stranger
ignore
sticking their
it.
nose where it doesn't belong.
I know. I just don't want
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Then you're stupider than you look. You better watch your ass around here.
You there. The Dawn Guard is looking for anyone
Take care
willing
with
to
those
fight
fakes.
against the growing vampire menace. What do you say? Yeah? You change your mind? The Dawn Guard could use somebody like you. Ha! Isran's going to like you. Go talk to him at Fort Dawn Guard, southeast of Riften. He'll decide if you're Dawn Guard material.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time. You doubled
People of Riften.
Never
Heed
done
my
an
words.
honest day's work in your life for
Turn
all
of the
that
Dragons
coin you
is not
carry.
mere
Hey, lad.
coincidence. This is one of the signs.
Ah,
The signs that Lady
expecting
Mara
free
is
information,
your
eh?
constant inebriation.
Help me deal with business
Put down
first.
your flag
Then we'll
and
see
fill
how
with
I
your
can help
vile
you.
liquids, and embrace the
Besides,
teachings
you
of
look
the
like your
handmaiden
pockets
of
are a little
Time.
light on coin.
No,
Am I right?
We talked about this. Talon?
Kira,
Passing on a
certainly
golden
we can come to
opportunity
some
is
sort of
worse.
understanding. These people must be made
I've got a bit
aware
of an
the
errand to
chaos they've
perform,
sown.
but I need an extra pair of hands.
We've all heard of the
And in my
dragons
line of
that
work,
return.
extra
We'll need
hands
to use
are
them
well
as an
paid.
excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove
Simple.
myself from this
I'm going to
determination.
cause a distraction.
We're not
You're gonna
giving
steal
you out.
Medesi's silver
Just
ring
keep the
from a
servants
strongbox
at the
under his stamp.
Let us all sin in peace.
Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know.
Meet me then, if you've still got the stomach for it. I'll be at the market come morning. You better be there too. What wasn't I clear about? What wasn't I clear about? Do you want me to hold your hand as well? You're going to have to sneak over to Modesk. Then, when you have the ring, we've been now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood. We're not... Kill him.
Maybe it's your...
Going to... Sure, he sits in the prisons for a few days.
They always try to take advantage.
What wasn't I clear about?
Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
Okay, lad. Ready to make some coin? Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands...
I've never seen the old this upset about anything.
You need to hear
The
this.
city really gets...
Please help me. I'm starving.
Maybe you should look for work instead of begging.
Don't push it,
Hands off.
Plenty of room. Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
That's close enough.
Patience, Blanchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence. And it turned out to be crushed Nirn root mixed with water.
Well, when I'm done here, I'd be more than happy to sell you an elixir.
I don't have anything to eat.
Problem is your disrespect for the laws of this land. It's time to face the Jarl's justice.
What a waste of time.
Smart man. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
Welcome to Riften, home of the Thieves Guild. So they...
Please.
I guess
Please,
I
need
expected
but a
too
septum.
much from you.
A septum is all I
didn't
ask.
think you'd get
That's
pinched.
bad.
Can't say I'm surprised with the way things have been going around here. Nah, my organization's been having a run of bad luck, but I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. Even though you fouled up the job, I still think you've got the spark I'm looking for. There's plenty of gold out there for the taking, if you're up to the challenge. All right then, let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
I can't take this place anymore. The trees, all the colors, but the city's so dark. Why? It makes no sense.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess. There's nothing like fishing on Lake Ombre. You should try it sometime.
Fresh meats and produce. Yep.
Red.
Hey now, you be careful with that fire.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Relka.
All meat.
That's an orc. I'll show you a real fight. You can't hide from me. Found you. Pray to Stendar while you can. Ah!
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay.
This one's different. We've all heard that one before, Bryn. Quit kidding
I assumed you were here to see me about your face. To have it sculpted into something more artful than nature has bestowed upon you. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face?
What do you call that, then?
Indeed. It is no small thing to submit yourself to the flesh sculptor's knife. Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for conversation,
Well,
the
well.
flagon isn't the
Color me
place.
impressed, lad. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. I'll be here when you're done.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There... a lot of old guys around. I don't really know how I can help. That's a touching story. Now get out of my face! Lot of old guys around. I don't really know how I can help. Well, when you put it that way, I think I do know the old guy you're talking about. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Hardly ever leaves the place. Has someone bring him food and such. Crazy old coot from what I've heard. For that to stand out down here, he must really be off his nut. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon
Not
is
the only one looking for it.
There's the blaze. Over here. Where are you? Is someone there? There's the Blades agent. Kill him! only way out of your misery.
You should not have meddled in the Thormor's affairs. That's your best. Must have scared him off. You want something from me?
Huh? There's the base agent. Kill him!
Bow to your...
That's the best you could do! Thormor's memory. Death is the only misery. Behold the future.
Bucket? Yes. Inkpot? No.
I'm gonna eat well tonight, my darling.
Someone do something!
Must have scared him off.
ink pot, stone, bucket, book, knife. Knife, yes. Book, yes. No.
I'm gonna eat well tonight, my darling.
Do something!
Not too bad. I've been waiting for you, my sweet one. Not quite good enough.
Somebody help!
I'll try and make this quick. Ah! Ah! Yeah! I've been waiting for you, my sweet one. Ah! 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 Yeah!
Spare me. Please.
Do your worst. More. I heal.
Go away! What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about. Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her. She led you to me. If my friends find out you've been bothering me, you'll be very sorry. I told you to go away. I'm not opening this door for anybody. Ah, indeed. Indeed. I do remember. Delphine really is alive, then. You'd better come in, then, and tell me how you found me, and what you want. This'll just take a moment. This one always... There we go. Only a couple more. There we are. Come in. Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago. Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Aldwin has returned, just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time. who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach. Yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand. Oh, yes, it's all been foretold. The end has begun. Alduin has returned. Only a Dragonborn can stop him. But no Dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Alduin the World Eater. What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. Give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. No, useless trash. Where did I put my annotated annual? One moment. I know time is of the essence, but mustn't leave secrets for the Thalmor. One more. I must read. Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off. Yes? What is it? Yes. We should proceed cautiously.
I think Brynjolf could give you all the information you need.
I saw you.
How you do that, you know?
How you pay for meddling in the Thalmor's affairs.
Did you hear that? We should keep moving.
Watch the message.
Hey, did you say something?
Go past someplace else.
Feindal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already... You look like a traveler. Someone that has seen faraway places and heard new stories.
Do you need something?
Delphine. Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way. Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonbow. Indeed, yes. Well, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose, so we must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Here it is. Let me show you. You see, right? Skyrim Temple. Sit around one of the main Akaviri military in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh. This is where they built Aldrin's Wall. Down in stone, all their acute hedge against the forgetfulness of civilization. A wide and foresighted policy in the event, despite the far-reaching fame of Aldrin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world. Its location was lost.
Esbern, what do you get?
You mean to say you haven't heard of Aldrin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Aldrin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all the of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. It looked... I found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes. But there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call. Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less attention that way. Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck.
Huh? I don't know.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was built by the dwarves. I don't believe a word of it, though.
This one's mine.
There you
Let's get this over with. Not bad, but it won't stay.
Just give up!
These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You had the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom. Yes, that's it. The symbol on the pillar on the left. Given that Skyhaven Temple was sealed against the return of the Dragonborn, I will try turning all the pillars to that symbol.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way. Looks safe. Let's move.
I think we must be close to the entrance.
Wonder, remarkably well preserved. Here's the Blood Seal, another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered Reman Cyrodiil? Amazing, eh? To be standing at the very entrance to Skyhaven Temple itself. Goodbye, then.
It's coming to life.
Early Second Era. Here is cultural belief. Yes, yes. Let's see what we have. Here is Ulfman, back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlord, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of it all. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord tongues, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Ah, patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward. This is simple. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh, yes. Presumably something rather specific to dragons. Or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all the news of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout, then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? Good. The Greybeards can teach you a lot, but don't let them turn you away from your destiny. You're Dragonborn, and you're the only one who can stop Alduin. Don't forget it. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, the third. The prophecy. In search of the dragon. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinct. You've retrieved the horn of Jörgen Wynkoop. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. It is time for us to recognize you formally as Dragonborn. First, Master Wulfgar will teach you the final word of unrelenting force. You are ready. With all three words together, this shout is much more powerful. Use it wisely. Master Wulfgar will now gift you with his knowledge. You have completed your training, Dragon. We would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you are ready. Dovahkiin, you have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you. Sky above. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. I have given my answer. Go and reconsider your course. I have given my answer. Go and reconsider your course. Wait. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice. But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you. It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself. Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax. Follow me. I will show you how to open the path to Paarthurnax. Sky, guard you.
path to Parthenax lies through this gate.
Look. Core.
This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. will show you how to open the way. Grant you my understanding of clear sky. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
Greetings, Wunderneek. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain? Yes, Vaza. You speak true, Dovahkiin. Forgive me. It has been long since I held Tinvak with a stranger. I gave in to the temptation to prolong our speech. Evenar Balok, there are many hungers it is better to deny than to feed. Drechni Nakib, discipline against the lesser, aids in Kachnar, denial of the greater. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. I have spoken. The Rotmulag waits. A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do. Not until introductions are complete. Soon, Cave, test your Thum against mine, Dovahkiin. Now, show me what you can do. Greet me, not as elf, but as Dova. Ah, yes, Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin. Alduin Comate Teed. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts. Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum? Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lean Vokeen. Would you stop the next world from being born? A fair balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monaven, what you name Throat of the World? This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravakstruma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him. Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time. Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amus ever onward. One day he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwatlan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Sofa Suyek. Tidkrent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it. Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I. Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw mortal, even for one of Dovassos and blood. What would you ask of me? Dremyolok, greetings. I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me. Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Dovahkiin, what word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master: Fus, Faim, and Yol. It is called force in your tongue, but as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol? Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad Zi, where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength. Speak. I will listen.
In the dream I was...
Were the Greybeards any help?
Someplace.
Did they know anything about the shout used against Alderman?
So
An Elder Scroll. That's not going to be easy to come by. Esbern's your man for that kind of thing. He may be able to at least point you in the right direction.
Then, do you know the College of Winterhold? They have a deep interest in such arcana.
You're in luck. There is a blessing the blades used on the eve of battle. It's supposed to prepare the mind for slaying dragons. I doubt the blessing's effects will last for very long. So ask whenever you're heading out, and I'll perform the proper rites.
And
need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. I'd consider joining them.
We've got small weapons. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Good doing business with you.
Oh, what happened?
What do you need? Some might call this junk. Me? I call them treasures.
finest cuts.
Remember,
Fresh from the finest cuts. Take a look. Good hunting.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those Battle-born, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face.
Had enough of fish and fowl? Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender
You
rack
take
of ribs.
care of yourself now.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Imperial. Take a look. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder. Boy, hey, you want to play a game? Really? All right, you pick. Tag or hide and seek? Figures. You elders are always so boring.
Let me know if you see anything you like. You look... These Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Come back anytime if you need a remedy. Pardon me. Maybe a hardy Nord like you doesn't need a cure-all, huh? What about a visit? Potion. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that.
Chop Some steaks fit for a yard. You'll see my selection of finest quality meats.
It's off.
Bits and baubles for sale.
Oh, what happened?
Welcome to... Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Good doing business with you. Yeah. Yeah.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they called themselves. I hear there's whole...
And you're not bringing home any.
And you'd have me do what? Join the college and prance about casting spells all day?
Don't just walk away from me. Where do you think you're going?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the magic?
villages they built. For how much the sea swallows up, I'll outlast them all. What's your business here in Winterhold? Until next time.
God might get nervous.
It's like the ancient legends. Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. Those invested in restoration magic find healing hands to be essential. Can you cast it on me? That would prove your skill. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. The college is an outside, even if it goes unnoticed or... Appreciate it.
Rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning. I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not mine.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy? You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. I don't know who told you that, but I'll do what I can. What we do have are plenty of books. I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. I have a few things laying around that weren't worth adding to the collection. You may look through them. All right, then. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this. Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Restoration is a perfectly valid thing. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You consider restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study, don't you? Don't you? Good. Good. Not that I require validation, of course. There are just some, and I shan't name names, who would disagree. It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the research one engages in. So, you wish to master the arcane arts? I'll gladly share my knowledge with you.
You know, you can see me? Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent. Take a look. All right, then.
Why are my research materials? Once again, I have found very insulting notes left in my personal effects.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching you, all of you, very closely.
New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should have known better.
Until next time.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
What are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster.
But we've only just arrived. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. You have to keep your ward up or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. You have to keep your ward up or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various...
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in... I'm sure you can figure it out on your own. If you can't, perhaps Urag has a book you can read.
I suggest we meet there in a few hours.
No, I
see
can't.
what awaits us in...
I have enough to keep me
That's all
busy.
for now. Thank you.
View it as a chance to hone your craft.
What? You are relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us.
Skyrim could not be more different from elsewhere.
College is a bit of an oddity in Skyrim.
Magic is the same.
Magic isn't something that's looked
You are
upon
new,
fondly
yes?
here.
Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet? Ah, this is good. But Jizargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo. Oh yes, just hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing. Until next time.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward. Farewell.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's but she is she's trying to undermine my Don't trust that one. He is rather... I think the college is due for a change in leadership. Mm-hmm.
If you require assistance with summoning techniques, please, let me know. If you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronachs roaming their town. The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college. So, you wish to master the arcane arts? I'll teach you some of what I know, but be careful. Till next.
Magic. Great.
If you're working on any experiments, please clean up after yourself.
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution. All right, then.
Just like anywhere else, it's all about who you know. Lucky for you.
You know, they say knowledge. Oh my, that's quite a difficult question. Never underestimate the ability to influence others. Whether they're friends or foes, they're almost all susceptible to illusion spells. They can turn the tide of a battle in a moment's notice. There are also spells that help in avoiding conflict altogether. Invisibility is tricky to master, but it's useful. There may be a matter in which your skills could be useful. The various points of focus for magic energies around the college have become polluted and need cleansing. Very well. These specially enchanted gloves will allow you to delve directly into the focal points for these energies. Go to each focal point and remove whatever impurities you may find there. Return the gloves to me when you have finished. Please exercise caution. This is not a procedure without possible consequences.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits. There are some experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of it. If you ever need something, especially something